respect him. People never know who we're going to use him all the time. And that's true for Shedeur Sanders, too. And I'm sure it's doubly true because who knows how many times he's been told no. Coaches want access to his dad. Friends want access to his dad. Agents want access to his dad. Everybody in his life sees him through the prism of what Deion Sanders can do for them as much as what Shedeur Sanders can do. And so maybe humility is a lesson he hasn't learned yet. Not because he's a bad kid. I'm not saying that. Not because he's a bad guy. It's just hard to grow up and be a childhood star. Be the child of a star. He's going to get humbled now. He had fallen to the 5th round, fallen to the 144th pick. And I keep going back and forth because I think it's really problematic to be drafted by the Browns. History tells us it is until they change that. Those things can change. The Warriors were a terrible organization, and then Steph Curry made it. Some guys are good enough to push through. I mean, Baker Mayfield is great, and he couldn't even stay there. That's how unable they were to recognize excellence. But on the other hand, I do think Shedeur being in a situation where he has to compete against Dillon Gabriel out of Oregon, has to earn the second spot, and then whoever earns that second spot, I said this earlier, will probably beat out Flacco at some point. And whoever's the number 2 at this year, at a minimum, will be the number 1 next year, a year from now. I think it'll be sooner. So that competition has the potential, with what should be a humbling experience for Shedeur here, to give him a chance to succeed and to strive. Here's the thing, though. It works for Dillon Gabriel, too. I bet Dillon Gabriel was thrilled when he got drafted in the 3rd round because he was the quarterback of the future there, or at least had a chance to be. And then he heard a couple rounds later Shedeur Sanders' name get called. He's got to compete, too. So one of those guys is going to benefit, I think, from the other. Going to be pushed, right? The quarterback room's going to be interesting. The guy that fails there finishes second, and you never know. You don't root for injury for anybody, but you never know. I'm rooting for Shedeur. I really am. By the way, barring, I don't know, your Joe Mixon for reasons I discussed earlier, I'm rooting for everybody. Every dude that got drafted in the NFL draft, I hope has success. Every person that didn't get drafted, including Shedeur's brother, and is a free agent, an undrafted free agent, I'm rooting for you too. Most of them are going to fail. There are only so many of those jobs. There just are. But I hope Shedeur figures it out. That's a lot to unpack today. It's a lot of stuff. We're going to have Kurt Heelan on the show tomorrow. We'll talk some hoops. We'll circle back on this draft and dive into some of the teams that really succeeded and really failed. I'm sure something else will happen with LeBron or JJ complaining or something. I don't know. That'll be fun. Until then, thank you for listening. Shout out to Eugene, Oregon, 95.3 The Score. Love being on the air there. I'm Bill Ryder. Appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Nico. Thanks to Tom Crean. See you back here tomorrow on Ryder Than You.
Recent news and uncertainties around the economy really hits home for all of us. One thing that stands out is Hyundai's commitment to supporting American consumers and making investments in this country. And no surprise, Hyundai announced that they will not be raising the MSRP to their vehicles through June 2nd, 2025. They believe in investing right here in America, $21 billion to be exact, in the next 3 years that's meant to expand manufacturing and help create more jobs for Americans. It's not just talk. Hyundai is about action. Call 562-314-4603 for more details.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we know how fast life moves. That's why we have all-in-one banking that lets you keep on banking on. So whether you need our new lightning fast direct deposit setup for a new job, a checking account with ATM refunds and no service fees for everyday spending, or a full picture of your finances, that's all-in-one banking. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dawgs. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right. Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
The Danny Beal Show.
Jacob Jenkins Cowart, Marlins outfielder.
These simulated games in spring training. Minor leaguers only play like spring training games, not really real. It's kind of like every pitch count. So, you can get 1 out in 1 inning and the inning's over. You can get 6 outs depending on how many pitches the guy throws.
Yeah.
So getting back to real baseball is going to be really, really good, having a crowd again.
The Danny Beal Show, exclusively on the Pirate Radio TV channel on YouTube. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Eastern Carolina's longest-running sports radio show. The Brian Bailey Show is on the air. The Brian Bailey Show is powered by Greenville Utilities and also brought to you by
Bostic Sugg, Bojangles, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, Greenville Auto World, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
And now, here's Brian Bailey.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into our show. A beautiful Monday afternoon, and we're talking baseball as we get you set for the summer. To my direct left is Chris Dumshot. He's the Director of Marketing and Promotions for Fan Experiences at the Down East East. I was going to say Wood Ducks already. No. Down East Bird Dogs. As we're talking Bird Dog baseball. To my far left is Spencer Patterson. He is the Director of Broadcasting and Media Relations. Exciting news as far as broadcasting goes, as far as the Bird Dogs are concerned. Gentlemen, first of all, welcome to Greenville. I know Greenville's kind of an important part of the whole Kinston and Down East experience, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, number one, thank you, Brian, for having us on the show.
You got it.
We're really excited about it. Greenville is obviously great. We got Danny Beal coming on the team. We're going to talk about him.
Yeah, Danny Beal and the Danny Beal Show.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to name the stadium after him if he produces. I don't know. But we're excited. We're excited. And Greenville, we want everyone from Greenville to come down to a Bird Dogs game this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I moved to Greenville, so I'm just getting acclimated to the area.
Oh, man. You're living in Greenville, huh?
Living in Greenville, working in Kinston.
And you're young, boy. That's a bad combination, or it could be. All right, we'll take our first break. Back with more on the Brian Bailey Show on this Monday, talking Bird Dog baseball after this.
Hi, I'm Ken Hagler of Taft Hagler. We're proud to be sponsors of the Brian Bailey Show and the Pirate Nation on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. If you've been injured on the job or due to someone else's negligence in an automobile collision, call us at 752-2000 for a free consultation with experienced professionals who care. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl is built bold from the bottom up, with classic Bojangles flavor packed into every bite. Starting with a base of our signature dirty rice, we pile on even more flavor with Cajun pintos, then your choice of boldly seasoned grilled chicken or our iconic Supremes. Top it off with a sprinkle of cheese, and if you want to add some heat, add a dash of Texas Pete. Head to Bojangles and try the new chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is announcing the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has incentives up to $11,000 on Ram trucks, or you can choose employee pricing on a new Ram. Choose savings up to $9,000 on a new Jeep or employee pricing. It's Freedom of Choice pricing for a limited time in Washington. Visit WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and go see Kyle Gaines and the great staff on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Pirate Radio.
It is my intention to commandeer one of these ships, pick up a crew and Tortuga, raid, pillage, plunder, and otherwise pilfer my Weasley black guts out.
I said no lies. I think he's telling the truth.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, working for our community, not for shareholders. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back on this Monday on Pirate Radio. Chris Dumshot is with us. Spencer Patterson is with us. Coming up in just a bit, Brett Wellman, he's the manager of the Bird Dogs. He'll join us coming up in a bit. And Danny Beal, the former East Carolina Pirate pitcher, he'll join us coming up about 12:30 this afternoon. So we're looking forward to all of that. How many players on your team have their own show? Because Danny Bradley Beal does, by golly.
I mean, I think he's the only one right now. But, I mean, after this season, maybe we'll have like 20 new shows to debut. I don't know.
You know, Kinston has had major league affiliations for so many years in minor league baseball, and they've just done a great job of keeping the thing. And they lost it for several years. They got it back. And, you know, when we all heard that the Wood Ducks were moving, everybody was, you know, in a state of depression a little bit. But you got to give the folks in Kinston, you know, they rallied around it. They got the money together, and they came up with this idea. And really, when you look at everything that goes into minor league baseball, this is the Frontier League. A lot of people don't exactly know what the Frontier League is. So talk about that a little bit first.
Yeah, no, great question. So the Frontier League obviously is a MLB partner league. So we work very close in hand with Major League Baseball. We'll have a lot of scouts out at the games. This is a great opportunity. This league provides a great opportunity for our players to get noticed, to sign contracts, hopefully, with minor league baseball and up into the show down the road. So the Frontier League has a lot of opportunities, and there's a lot of teams. The Frontier League's also growing right now. So we're one of 2 expansion teams this year. We got Mississippi Mud Monsters out there as well, and then they're looking to grow as in the next couple of years as well, with more teams coming down in the Southeast. So right now it's cool. We're the first team. The Bird Dogs, the first team in the Carolinas in the Frontier League history, and we're representing the Southeast pretty well right now. So I mean, Spencer, I know you got a lot to talk about too in terms of what we can produce with the Frontier League.
Yeah, no, I think the Frontier League is definitely one of the most exciting. There's 4 MLB partner leagues. And
right.
The Frontier League is really the one where you get the young guys who have the best shot at getting to the minor leagues for the most part.
The other ones are Pioneer League is one.
Yep, and then the Atlantic Baseball League and the American Association,
right.
Which Atlantic and the American are mostly comprised of guys who are more older, in their 30s, kind of on the way out of baseball, where Frontier League's a lot of young guys just getting into it.
You know, you look at the Frontier League and the list of teams and the Atlantic division, the Brockton Rocks. Some of these teams, I don't even know where they're located. The Brockton Rocks, the Down East Bird Dogs, obviously they're in Kinston, North Carolina. New Jersey Jackals, where do they play out of?
Patterson, New Jersey.
Patterson, okay.
Yeah.
New York Boulders, where are they from?
Ooh,
in New York.
Tough question.
I'd say.
They're in New York.
I bet they're not near the city.
No, they're decent. They're closer to the city than they are anything else.
Really?
So are the Jackals, and then the Sussex County Miners. They're in northwestern New Jersey. I actually worked a bit with them in the past. So there's some really good teams though. And then we got the 3 Canadian teams. So our team's gonna be going on like a 2-week Canadian road trip.
Yeah, the one team I can't even pronounce. Choice Riveras.
Trois Rivières.
How do you say it?
Trois Rivières Aigles.
Wow, I wasn't even close.
I'll let the broadcaster.
That's my job.
I was trying to get Bird Dogs out correctly, and you guys came up with that.
French for 3 Rivers Eagles.
Wow. Yeah, I thought, however you say Eagles or whatever, but I thought that was going to be Eagles. But man, these are some wild road trips. In the Midwest, you got the Evansville Otters, the Florence Yaws. We know a little bit about them. The Gateway Grizzlies, Joliet Slammers, the Lake Erie Crushers, Mississippi Mud Monsters, as you talked about. Schaumburg Boomers, where are they from?
Schaumburg. Oh.
Good question.
That's a great question.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts,
Washington Wild Things.
That's
Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay.
Down south of Pittsburgh.
And the Windy City Thunderbolts. Windy City, is that near Chicago?
Yes, it is, on the outskirts. That's where we just had the Frontier League draft.
Wow.
Schaumburg's in Illinois.
There you go. Right there in Illinois. So there you go.
We're learning.
He's on a computer. He didn't cheat, I promise.
The Frontier League, Professional Partner League. It's just it's really fascinating because, you know, we had all those years in the Carolina League, and you think of minor league baseball, you think of Bull Durham, Carolina League, get on a bus, go an hour and a half, 2 hours, play a game. But man, these are some bus rides coming up.
There's definitely some bus rides but what's cool is we got the 3-game stints, we have the 6-game stints, so the team's around, then we got some breaks, the team's on the road a lot. But it's great for Kinston and for the local community for having baseball. So we're either going to have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday game, or a Tuesday through Sunday game, or we could have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday game. So we're always going to have those teams coming to visit. 3-game stints, 6-game stints, and it's going to allow a lot of baseball. We got 50 games, including our 2 exhibition games, 48 8 total regular season games, and then if we make the playoffs, we get to play some more baseball in September, man.
Yeah, there you go. Nothing like September baseball. Now the key to what we're talking about, and we'll talk with the manager, Brett Wellman, in just a few minutes, but the key to this whole thing is these guys are going to go out on a daily basis, do the very best they can, and hope a scout sees them, buys out their contract from the Frontier League, and then signs them to a new contract with a Major League Baseball team, and they go probably to Single A from there.
Yeah, that's the hope. Or, you know, if it's later on in the season, you got the fall league as well that they can roll to. But for a lot of these guys, we have a lot of young guys, but we also have a few older guys that have been around indie ball for a while that are just great clubhouse guys, and they kind of know their role. They're just ready to be there and perform. We actually have Tyler Blom. He's a guy who was in Quebec recently, the past 2-3 years, and he was actually on SportsCenter top 10 and not top 10 a few years ago because a ball
went, a good one and a bad one.
It was the same play though.
Oh, so really?
The ball went off of his forehead, a pop up. He's a catcher. He takes his helmet off. And it went off of his forehead, and another guy, the first baseman, went and caught it. So pretty fascinating stuff.
That's using your head.
Yeah, that is using your head. And how in the world do you make? Not many plays make both of those lists.
No, they don't. But a good guy to have in the clubhouse for sure.
Yeah. Now, what do these guys? Without being specific, but what do they make as far as money wise when they play in this league?
Yeah. So with the league, we do have a salary cap as a team that we have to adhere to. There are minimums and maximums for players. It's all based off of their age, their experience levels, all things like that. So I think the minimum is about $1,200 a month that you have to pay in the league, and the maximum is like $4,000. So it all comes within that range per month. And then we obviously, hope these guys get noticed, get signed, and they make that big bucks, and then send me a personal check.
Yeah. Do they have to have a part-time job to make it, or this is basically their job, and they just they dedicate themselves to baseball?
These next 4 months, these guys are just going to be talking and doing everything Bird Dogs baseball. Okay. It's going to be great on-field action. They're going to be super focused. I mean, I don't know how they'd have time to do anything else.
They wouldn't.
I mean, they're on the road or at the stadium. The only day off that they're guaranteed is a Monday.
And that's travel day.
Yeah, travel day. So.
And that could be a long Monday travel.
Be a long Monday, but
their first road trip is an 8-hour drive to New Jersey against the Jackals, and that they play that day. So they got to do an 8-hour drive and then play that night.
Really?
That's their first road trip.
That's like cruel and unusual punishment, isn't it?
We have one of the toughest road schedules, obviously, this year, especially since in our in our division we have the Jackals, the Miners, and the New York Boulders. So we have to travel to them a lot. They have to travel to us too. But hey, it's fun.
It'll be interesting to see the different logos as they come about, because we were talking a little bit about what you do with the logo, how you market it. I told the guys when I came in, just the dog, the retriever with the bird dog with the wood duck in his mouth. I mean, that for a bird dog logo to me was just absolutely brilliant. Whoever came up with it, I saw that the first day. I said, man, that's absolutely brilliant right there. It's just a great, and there's a couple of different ones too. You guys brought me a cap, and I appreciate it. It's got the retriever with the bat in his mouth. That's a good looking spot. And the bird dogs, I've seen the bird dog with the cursive writing. The bird dog's kind of a casual cap, but lots of spots for the bird dogs.
We have a lot of merch. We have a lot of cool designs. Obviously, some people love the duck in the mouth. Some people don't like it.
They don't like it.
Some people don't. It's okay. Hey, we got a bat in the mouth. We were playing around with Pepsi, and we put a Pepsi bottle in the mouth for some of the stuff we were doing with them this year. We're having a lot of fun with it. You can the things you can put in a dog's mouth.
That's
for
true.
A logo.
The thing a dog puts in his own mouth. Yeah,
that's right. So I think it's all realistic, right?
I think it's pretty close. All right, we're talking bird dog baseball. Let's take a commercial break right now. We'll come back. We'll hook up with the manager, Brett Wellman, manager of the Bird Dogs, coming up in just a bit, and we'll continue on our chat with the Down East Bird Dogs, getting set for opening day, which is May the 9th in Kinston at historic Granger Stadium against the Ottawa Titans. Back with more after this.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. The Dallas Cowboys chose former East Carolina cornerback Savone Revel in the third round of the NFL draft on Friday, and several former Pirates got invited to NFL rookie minicamps. Parker Moore is headed to the New York Giants, Rajay Harris to the Bills, Dustin Hall to the Raiders, and Winston Wright to Tampa Bay. And in the UFL, the DC Defenders beat Arlington 37-33 over the weekend. Former Pirate Zay Winstead had 3 catches for 67 yards, and Greenville native Cornell Powell caught 4 passes for 89 yards for DC. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Sauls with EliteTruck.com, Eastern North Carolina's premier choice in commercial truck and van equipment. Come join us in downtown Little Washington on May 10th for our first ever Elite Truck Fest, which will include a truck meet competition, raffles, live music, food, and other family-friendly activities. All proceeds from this event will be going towards supporting Beaufort County high schoolers gain valuable apprenticeship experience in their desired trade. Visit EliteTruck.com for more information.
Make a fresh start in your home this spring and save at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Reimagine your space and save on fresh finds for every room. Save on a wide selection of the freshest looks and styles. Hundreds of items in stock, plus 6 months special financing. Save up to 70% off all clearance items. Start your better sleep journey this spring on a comfortable mattress with over 30 models to choose from with up to 48 months special financing. Spring into savings today at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. If you're looking for a vehicle just at the low end of the price scale, you can get that. And if you're looking for a high-end vehicle, you can get that late model, high-quality car, truck, SUV, basically for anybody at any price range.
That's right. We communicate with people all the time looking for something like that, and we stay in contact and find the exact vehicle that they want to fit their needs.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online at driveherenow.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Talk radio. From the depths of space. The center. Outer space mumbo jumbo of the talk universe.
The center of what?
Pirate Radio.
We have prepared a planet with a suitable atmosphere.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community-owned utilities mean local control, low rates, and high reliability. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back as we talk Bird Dog Baseball. We're trying to track down Brett Wellman, who's the manager of the Down East Bird Dogs, as they get set for opening day May 9th against the Ottawa Titans. Opening day at historic Granger Stadium. I tell you what, every year there's just something different about opening day. I know you guys have had your own opening days through the years, different places, but it's always neat, isn't it?
It's an experience. We can do a ton of stuff with it. We want it to be everything for the fans, right? It's all about the fans. Play good baseball, have a lot of fun on the field, do some cool activities, make it a show, if you're not a baseball fan, you're still going to have a blast. And that's what we're all about at the Bird Dogs this year.
All right, the man who's going to have this baseball team playing good baseball is Brett Wellman. He is the manager from Denton, Texas. He's over at historic Granger Stadium as the guys are starting to come in right now, get their physicals, and basically get this thing started. Brett, how are you?
I'm great. How are y'all doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. We've got an hour, and we're just talking Bird Dog baseball, so we wanted to have you on for a few minutes, and we were talking about opening day. What does opening day mean to you? I know you probably bounced around with different places, but it always seems special no matter where you're at.
Yeah, it's just, it's the start of something I love that I've known since I was, 3 years old, and it's a fresh start, and it's exciting for these guys, so I'm real excited.
Brett, what do you know about your team right now?
Honestly, We're about to find out starting tomorrow. I mean, I think we have some good guys. We've got guys with some track records that are pretty good, that have had success, and then we also have some guys that haven't proven anything in professional baseball because they haven't had the chance to because they were in college last year. So those are the big question marks. Professional baseball is a big jump. You don't know how guys are going to react. Some guys are going to do better than you expected, and then some guys aren't going to do as good as you expected. I think a lot of people forget that none of these kids have played every single day coming out of college. So that's a big jump. Then obviously the wood bats, but we've got some guys, some older guys with some track records, and we're going to lean on them at the beginning.
How different is it in the Frontier League as opposed to single A, double A, that kind of thing, as you develop players, or is it a lot of difference?
I mean, as a player development coaching staff, it's the same. Me and the pitching coach, Matt Decker, hitting coach, TJ White, they're great guys. Our goal is trying to get the guys out of here. We're trying to get them back to affiliate ball. So on a player development side, I mean, single A, double A, they're trying to get them to the next level, and we're kind of trying to do the same thing.
What do you think about historic Granger Stadium? What are your thoughts there?
That's one of the nicer places in the league. I've been told TJ played for Quebec and played in this league for 3 years, and we're lucky. I mean, we have a nice clubhouse, biggest clubhouse, and what I tell people is the things that need to be new are new, and the things that are older give it some character. So so far I've been here probably 5 days, and I love it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of charm to it, and there are some new things. We were talking about the scoreboard a little while ago, but it's got that old ballpark feel. We were talking about the movie Bull Durham, and you think about minor league baseball back in the 50s and that kind of thing. But you can kind of go back in history at historic Granger Stadium, can't you?
When I'm driving up here, that's what it exactly reminds me of is Bull Durham, or I think about like back when my dad played, and they're riding school buses to the road games. I'm glad we're not doing that, but it feels old. It feels like an old school feel, and it kind of brings the charm back in baseball that I think it's lost a little with all the new age stuff, which I'm not saying is bad. I use that stuff every day, but it's nice to have a just old baseball feel back.
Are the strategies different in baseball when you're managing a team like this? I know you're trying to develop the players, you're trying to get them, to move on, but does that change the strategy of a game at all, or is it still the same? It's still baseball, it's just a different type.
It's probably a little, in affiliate ball, you're never going to, pinch hit the number one draft pick, even if he's struggling. So here will there's probably a little more, emphasis on winning. But I mean, I don't think it's changed the strategy too much. I'm still going to try to put guys in the best opportunity to succeed, and that's my job.
Are there any other descriptive words you can say about your managing style? Like, are you aggressive? Or do you play close to the vest? What do you think?
Playing style, I'm aggressive. I let the players play. I let them use their ability. I don't put them in a box. If they want to run. Now, I mean, obviously you got to be smart about it. But then I'm laid back, kind of try to prepare the players the best way I can, and then write the lineup and sit back and watch them play and try to stay out of the way.
It's an exciting time when you're trying to develop your team. And you just said a minute ago you don't know much about them. Over the next couple of days, what will you go through as far as practices and that kind of thing to figure out who's who on this Bird Dog baseball team?
So spring training's so short. Most guys, I'm probably going to go off their track record just because, I mean, what can you do in a week? It's tough, but we're going to get these guys as many game-like reps as possible, whether that's live at bats, inter squad, just to try to give guys that are trying to make the team the most opportunity to be seen. It's tough with 7, 8, 9 days. But so that's what I'm going to tell them tomorrow is just, hey, get after it, let it loose.
How much do you see at this level attitude and hustle and that kind of thing when scouts come to you? Because I'm sure scouts come to you and say, hey, what do you think about Joe Smith off the field? What kind of guy is he off the field? Because that's important too.
Yeah, that matters. And, clubhouse guys matter. And, talent's always obviously important. It's probably the number one thing. But if, guys are even talent level, you're going to take their makeup and character and how they play the game and how they are in the clubhouse into consideration. So no, that's huge. I don't think it's just at this level. I think it's even in the big leagues. Like, you got to be a good clubhouse guy to stick around, unless are a generational talent. So, but yeah, I think that's important at all levels in baseball.
You spend your off season as a hitting and catching instructor at Top Prospects Academy. Talk about the difference in working there and being a manager, say, in the Frontier League.
Yeah, it's just older guys and professionals. They know how to go about their business. I have to be, with high school kids and younger kids, you have to be super hands-on. These guys are professionals. You kind of help them lead the way a little bit, and then they take off on their own.
All right, give us a scouting report on what you think the umpiring is going to be like in the Frontier League. How's that going to go?
I'm going to not comment on that. Well, I don't know. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I have no idea. I have zero expectations.
I keep it that way because we've seen some through the years in single A, and the guys try hard and doing the best they can. But they're, as far as umpires go, they're weeding themselves out too, right? As far as what they're trying to do as professionals.
I'm not too hard on umpires. So, as long as their effort's there, I'll let them know if they're doing a bad job, just like I'll let the players know if they're doing a bad job. Effort can only get you so far.
But the difference is those players can't kick you out of the game, can they?
Exactly.
All right.
I'll get fined, so I gotta watch. My wife said don't get thrown out too much.
Hey, Bailey, while you're
she's the money person, so
yeah, go ahead.
While you're talking about umpires, here in the booth, we did just realize that this gentleman has a famous father when it comes to umpires.
Oh,
is famous the word?
Infamous, famous. Bailey, do you remember the grenade tossing?
Minor
league baseball.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that's my father.
That was your dad?
That is my dad.
Wow, that's one of the greatest ever.
Dad.
Man, so
hey, surprisingly, he is a very calm and laid-back individual. Also,
he looked it. No. So we may see a meltdown like that in Kinston this year.
I will say I am just as passionate as my dad, and I will protect players. I don't think I can throw a rosin bag that accurately.
I was going to say, do you have to practice that with the grenade?
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that to him. I'm going to leave that to him. But yeah, he's. I always tell him, I'm like, Dad, I'm going to be 70 years old and you're going to be long gone. I'm still going to be see that clip on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
That's got to go on the tombstone. You got to put down the tombstone and just pay your respects and hit a button and watch it again.
Yeah, he's 60. I don't want to mess it up and make him mad. He's 63 now, and he's still at it. He's still going.
Man, that is great stuff. Great find from you guys back there.
He's passionate and cares about his players. So, hopefully he passed that down to me. I think he did. I just don't know if I'll be crawling on the ground.
All right, Brett, before we let you go, any words you have to Eastern North Carolina about the Bird Dogs, about coming out and seeing this team play?
Yeah, you gotta understand, it's going to be fun. And I think I heard, I don't know, was that Chris talking, saying even if you're not a baseball fan, like there's so much stuff to do. Bring the kids out. These players are going to play hard for them. They're going to, I told them, they're going to sign autographs. It's going to be fun. And they got to understand the behind the scenes is the front office here. They're working 16, 18 hours a day. They're busting their butt. And they're doing it for y'all. They're not doing it for themselves. So come out and support us. We'll appreciate it.
Very well said. Brett Wellman, the manager of the Bird Dogs, the Down East Bird Dogs.
One more quick thing to say.
All right, go ahead.
Just because I live in Denton, Texas, I do not claim Texas. I'm from Alabama. Roll Tide.
Alabama, Roll Tide.
I had my wife's from Texas, and I live there. I don't claim. You know, those people from Texas, they think it's the best place on earth. So I don't claim. I'm not one of them.
There you go, Brett Wellman joining us from over at historic Granger Stadium. Brett, good luck this season, and we'll catch you down the line, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Brett Wellman joining us. Let's take another commercial break. Coming up next, one of his players, Danny Beal, the former East Carolina Pirate, and he's got the Danny Beal Show for Pirate Radio, but he's back with us after this on the Brian Bailey Show.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and get a Shackaroni pizza for only $12.99. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Revolutionize off-roading for everyone with the all-new Ridge Crew side-by-side. A 4-cylinder engine delivers all the power your team needs to move heavy cargo or ride recreationally on challenging terrain. A fully enclosed cab with 2-row space. And HVAC keeps the crew comfortable in every season. Command peak premium performance together. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Eastern North Carolina's Bourbon Authority is Greenville's premier American-styled restaurant. The Rick House specializes in handcraft dishes, and our bar features the very best in bourbons like Parker's Heritage, Knob Creek, and Jefferson's.
Big changes are coming to the Rick House. A new menu is on the way with great food, and it's the perfect atmosphere for a night out.
Let the Rick House host your next big event in our 2,000-square-foot banquet hall. It's perfect for wedding rehearsals, graduations, and holiday parties. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community owned, community powered. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show, talking Bird Dog Baseball. Chris Dumshot is the Director of Marketing, Promotions, and Fan Experience. He's to my left, my far left, Spencer Patterson. He's the Director of Broadcasting and Media Relations. And on the phone with us is one of the Bird Dogs. He is Danny Beal, the former East Carolina Pirate. Had a team-high 35 appearances out of the pen in 2024. 8-2, 3.38 earned run average, 4 saves, 52 Ks in 72 innings pitched. And I, for one, would say the Pirates could have used him this past weekend, losing 2 out of 3 to Tulane. Danny, you ready to play a little Bird Dog baseball?
Geez, BB, you're blowing smoke already. I haven't even gotten a word in.
There you go. I got to build you up and get you ready for this thing. How's the arm feeling, by the way?
It's in good shape. I've had enough time off from the 35 or whatever appearances it was last year. It felt like every game down the stretch, but I've gotten enough time off to where I'm ready to roll here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, down the stretch last year, it seemed like every time you turned around, Danny Beal was warming up in the bullpen, wasn't he?
Hey, but it doesn't matter. It was one of those things you just got to turn your brain off. Doesn't matter how you feel. I wanted to obviously win that regional and go to Omaha, but didn't work out. But did all I could to help the team win.
All right, so you've decided to play with the Bird Dogs in the Frontier League. Talk about your decision a little bit and what you're expecting in this experience.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been well documented with me being on radio and stuff and talking to Clip and Chandler, but started working at Tread in August, kind of trying to follow Carter Spivey's path because it worked out pretty well for him, and talked to him a bunch throughout the whole process, trained a bunch all off season. I was in Greenville doing the podcast stuff and being able to be around the guys and show them the ropes and stuff like that. But had pro day in late January, and the Bird Dogs were there, and they reached out pretty soon after that and were like, hey, we're interested if you're willing to sign with us to play, obviously, indie ball in the Frontier League. But I was pretty open with them about how obviously the priority and the goal was to get to affiliated ball with some time with the pro team, and that was the plan for at least this the couple months post pro day went, and it didn't work out, and it's honestly a blessing because everything happens for a reason, and I'm excited to be here. And we just had our first day of camp today, and it went really well, and all the guys are really cool. I know a couple from just playing against some guys. We have the Cam Guidry, he played at Cincinnati. I know a kid from George Washington because he was teammates with Chris Kaler, who was a pitcher on the team last year at ECU. But I'm excited, dude. It's going to be a really good time.
And you'll be a starter as far as the Bird Dog rotation is concerned, right?
Yeah, that is the plan. Unless something drastic happens or a decision's been made that I don't know about, that is the plan.
Now, how do you differentiate between what you did before at East Carolina and now becoming a starter? Do you have to do anything as far as getting ready with the arm, getting it built up more, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's certainly a different kind of rotation or like routine, I guess. I've talked to a lot of guys just because, as you know, I've only started 2 games in the past since literally COVID. I started 2 games when I was a sophomore, that one of the Elon midweek games, and then that game 3 of that super regional. So I haven't really had a lot of experience in it. So I've talked to Gavin a lot, talked to Carter Spivey a lot, I've talked to other guys that are in the bigs or just in pro ball or still in baseball that I have started, just to kind of get what the weightlifting routine looks like, how to handle the workload, whether to throw more, just kind of what to go about it with. And I think I've got a pretty good grasp of it. I've leaned on those guys quite a bit, and they've been a huge help. But I'm excited to obviously get going. We're going to inter-squad a bunch this week, and then next weekend we'll kick it off.
Talking with the former Pirate Danny Beal, who will be in the starting rotation for the Bird Dogs, the Down East Bird Dogs in the Frontier League. We're talking with the marketing folks and everything. We don't have a date yet for Danny Beal bobblehead night, do we? Do we have that worked out yet?
We'll have some talks.
We're in talks to get the Danny Beal bobblehead. That'd bring him out, though, wouldn't it?
You guys are nuts. I guess it would.
When you go through something like this, when you're trying to impress the manager, you're trying to impress the coaches this week to figure out where you're going to be in this Bird Dog rotation. Does that do anything to your nerves, or do you just go out and play ball like you've always done?
Honestly, it's shockingly enough, I'm about as less, or I guess, I don't know, for lack of better words, I'm not nearly as nervous as I have been when I first got to ECU. I think as a lot of people know, I'm pretty personable. Like, I can talk to anybody. It's not really like an awkward conversation ever with me. So it's not very difficult getting along with the guys. I met a bunch of the pitchers, obviously last night and today, and they've all been super gracious. The coaches have been awesome, and they were awesome throughout the whole process of me wanting to wait and see if an affiliate ball opportunity would pop up. And they were always in the mix, and they are always like, hey, we're always here if you're willing to sign. And it worked out really well. And it's not a nerves thing. I think it's just once I get that first outing under my belt, I think I'll get in a good routine and get a feel for what the crowd looks like, what the teams I'm playing against are like, and we'll hit the ground running from there.
You said you had 2 starts at East Carolina. Do you think that this is something you're going to enjoy, being a starting pitcher?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be cool. Deep down, I've always wanted to be a starter, but as I got more and more into my later years at ECU, I figured that I was best out of the pen and that I had developed a pretty good repertoire down there that it played better out of the pen, and it also was nice being able to know that I could pitch every single game, and it was always nice that I got the opportunity to do that, and I think it'll be a cool experience. I mean, we're facing older guys that have been around for a long time in some of these leagues and some of these teams, so it'll be a cool experience. And like I said, starting will be I'll learn on the fly a little bit, but I'm excited for the challenge.
And we're excited to see how Brett Wellman decides to use you. If you're going to go opening night, if you're going to go later on, game 2, game 3, that kind of thing. That'll be exciting to figure that out and get ready for some Bird Dog baseball. And really, you'll have a lot of fans from East Carolina and the Pirates coming to Kinston to see you pitch.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I've already had a couple of teammates going to me and like, the most packed games will be when you're pitching, so that's when I'll have to get mine right to get ready to play in front of a big crowd, just because all the people are going to try to make the trek down. But no, it's been awesome. It's been really cool to have everybody reach out and send texts, and former teammates, just the people around the community of Greenville have been so gracious and been like, hey, whenever you find out when you're pitching, like, let us know. We'll come down. So it's going to be emotional, I'm sure, when I finally get the chance to get out there and have everybody there supporting me throughout this whole journey. It's been a lot. It's been well documented, so I'm excited to get out there in front of everybody and pitch for you guys.
When Batman, they need him, they put the light up in the sky. That's what they'll do for Danny Beal, and everybody will know Danny Beal is pitching coming up in Kinston with the Bird Dog. But we'll get the word out because that'll be a lot of fun. Dan, before we let you go, you can go ahead and promote your show a little bit. What's it like now that you got 2 jobs now?
Yeah, that's right. It'll be a little bit more sporadic just based on the timing and everything, especially when the season starts to get going and we're on the road. It'll be hard to record stuff, but I'm going to try my hardest to get, the episodes out for you guys. I got a lot of support in the fall just based on the 12 episodes with all the guys I had on. We had one episode just released. It should be being released today with Brandon Golden. He's a former ECU strength coach, and he's worked with the Dodgers and a bunch of other baseball organizations. He's a wealth of knowledge, and I think it was a really good episode for the younger kids around Greenville, just to kind of listen to what it takes from the standpoint of what to do and how to make it in the next level. But no, it's going really well, and we'll be churning out episodes over the next couple months to keep you guys updated and keep you guys in the loop with everything that's going on.
All right, Danny Beal, he'll be the media darling for the Down East Bird Dogs. He'll be Captain Soundbite for the Bird Dogs coming up. But Danny, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck this week and next week when the Bird Dogs start with opening day.
No problem, BB. I'll let you guys know when I'm pitching, and we'll get you guys out here.
Oh, we'll let them know there, Danny Beal. You'll have more pressure on you for that start than you've ever had at East Carolina. We'll have your former teammates. We'll get Cliff down there. That'll be fun.
Yeah, Cliff could throw out the first pitch for my first start.
That would be great. All right, Danny Beal joining us as we continue our talk Bird Dog baseball. Back in the studio now, Chris Dumshot, Director of Marketing, Promotions, and for Fan Experiences, and Spencer Patterson, Director of Broadcasting, Media Relations. Touched on it a little bit. It's a little different this year with your broadcasting and what you can do. You'll have a streaming service. I priced it last night. I believe it's $75 for the season. Have you looked at that?
I couldn't tell you the price, I'll be honest.
I looked it up. It was $75, so that's for the whole season, and you can watch any of the Frontier League. Now, I didn't see an individual team price or anything like that, but I think it's just for the entire league. So those are, and there'll be home games and away games, and that's something different in Kinston. We haven't had that before, so that's good for the TV folks. You can take that to show your highlights, and especially if you have somebody like a Danny Beal or somebody you want to keep up with, you get a chance to watch that and keep track of this baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, we got a great setup production-wise. I think it's 4 cameras, 1 in the outfield, home plate, third base. Do we got a first base one?
We got lots of cameras everywhere.
There's a lot of cameras.
Put a lot of cameras.
You notice how the non-broadcast guy goes, oh, yeah, we got lots of cameras. We got everything going on. We got a couple of blink cameras up there that we
got some fake cameras.
Some ring cameras.
Yeah.
But that's really good news for everybody. I mean, and you said you're still working on possibly having some type of radio broadcast, that kind of thing. It's always been, hot and cold in Kinston.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know that's something we're working on, and If all else fails, we'll figure something out.
But your broadcast will basically be you doing like a radio broadcast, but you'll have pictures to go with it.
Yeah, just like any minor league team, it's a simulcast. We'll have the radio style as the way I broadcast, so you can watch it with your eyes closed if you feel like it.
There you go. At least it's not like the old Bull Durham days when you didn't make the road trip and you took the ticker tape and you kind of made it up as you went along. But that's some exciting news as well. All right, so some of the days that you guys have that you're excited about, what are some of those days and dates?
Yeah, obviously we're excited about opening weekend. Right. We also have the 2 exhibition games that we've scheduled. So fans can come out next Monday. So 1 week away from today, we have an exhibition game against Lenore Community College Lancers. So we're going to play that. And then next Wednesday, we're playing the United States military traveling team, the War Dogs, out of Camp Lejeune.
That'll be interesting because I don't think I've ever seen them play. So
I haven't either. It's really exciting. We're glad to have that relationship go up. So the Monday game is at 6 p.m. The Wednesday game's at 7 p.m. And then obviously Fridays are our opening night. We got fireworks planned. We got paratroopers. We have Tonka the Bat Dog's going to be out there. We have a lot of cool things. And like we talked about earlier, it's not just about the game of baseball, although we're going to have fantastic players out there on the field, but we're going to have a lot of cool things for the fans and families, and even just somebody that wants to come out to catch a ball game, to have a good time, get some great food, some drinks, and some pure entertainment.
My favorite, I'm so excited for Bark in the Park night because it's the bird dogs. We're going to have dogs everywhere. I mean, that'll be exciting.
That's Tuesday nights, correct?
Tuesday nights, Bark in the Park night. Bring out your dogs. I may or may not have queued up the Ring doorbell sound to play just to see if we can get the dogs barking in the dog pound.
That's a good line.
Yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun. And your dog is named?
My dog's Blizzard.
Blizzard. It's white.
He's white, golden doodle. He's our director of barketing.
I saw that. That's very well done.
He does bark a lot.
Yeah. He does bark a lot. So apologies go out to all the delivery guys that have come by the stadium in the last couple of months. They've been barked at quite a bit.
That's funny. I have a Cavapoo who is named Wrigley.
Wrigley, there you
Wrigley,
go.
And we love old Wrigley, so we'd like to bring Wrigley to the ballpark on a Tuesday. Do you have Thirsty Thursday coming back? Is that true?
We have Thirsty Thursday right now. We're looking at doing $2 special beers, so we'll have some fun things like that.
Those $2 beers used to be a quarter. I'm just kidding. I don't think they're ever that low, but it was low.
If we did, I don't know if we could legally do quarter beers
I don't think so
these days. For me, you have to keep me away from the concession stand if that's what we're doing.
Well, Thirsty Thursdays are fun. They always have been. And you have soft drinks are especially priced too, right? So if you're not a beer drinker.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool things that we're going to do promotion-wise, discount-wise, want to make the fan experience good. And what's great about what we're doing concession-wise this year is we're not subcontracting with like a big national partner. We are doing everything in-house. So we're building the menu. We have a food and beverage manager, Sanders, doing working around the clock. He's doing a lot of great things, building a really cool menu. We're going to have specialty items from the Foul Hound with like cheesesteaks, chicken cheesesteaks, cheese curds, special hot dogs. We'll have regular hot dogs, but we'll also have special hot dogs that have like a mix of brisket in it as well. We really want, again, it's all about the experience. You can get great food, have great entertainment, and watch, a classic baseball game, and with what Brett and TJ and Matt put together with our players on the field. So it's all around going to be just a great darn time.
Still got the big place in right field for the
Mother Earth
Mother Pavilion.
Yep. And if you haven't been by the ballpark, I know we had the Easter Classic and the Freedom Classic, but we just took out the old bleachers on the third base side and we put in a brand new picnic patio. It's going to be sponsored by Lenore Community College as well. So it's a raised platform behind the box seats.
So that's on third base.
On the third base side. Great views of the video board and the whole field. And it's raised. It has like sunshade awnings over top of it. It's right next to the third base concession stand. It's gonna have a little drink stand as well on there. So a lot of cool places to watch the game from. Obviously, one of my favorite spots is the second level of Mother Earth Pavilion. But
that's one of the great spots.
This new picnic patio, I tell you what, I'm gonna be on the mic during being the on-field MC this year. You don't know where you're gonna find me in the stands, catching the game and making a bunch of yumbo jumbo on the microphone. So we'll have a lot of fun, a lot of cool places to go.
And that's always, all of minor league baseball is kind of like that. But some entities just do it a little better. They just have more of a thought process. They see things that maybe the rest of us don't, and they're able to put things together. And that's the one thing when you go to a minor league baseball game. It doesn't matter if your team's 8 games in front of first place and 8 games behind. I mean, that really doesn't matter. You go there for just the enjoyment. You're around the great game of baseball, but then you actually have to see, you get a chance to see this person do this and this prize and these kids, try to run around a bat and just all the different things that go on in minor league baseball. Just a lot of fun.
We have a lot of cool promo activities. We got knocker balls. We're going to be doing bungee battle. I don't think Kinston's ever seen bungee battle before, but basically I'm going to strap 2 people in vests and they're going to be attached at the back with a bungee cord and they got to run away from each other. It's quite entertaining.
You should get married couples to do that.
Get married couples. I don't know. The wives will definitely win that one every time. We got a lot of cool, fun, exciting things. And we, obviously the fans that are coming out Saturdays, most Saturdays, we're going to, I think actually all Saturdays at this point, we're going to have special giveaways. So for the first 1,500 fans that come in to the stand. So we have a lot of cool things that we're doing this year, a lot of different promos. And then we got a lot of cool theme nights. So we're going to do like a Mission Impossible night.
Mission Impossible.
See what I did
PAW? Yeah, I saw that.
I can sometimes come up with creative things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How's that going to work? Mission Impossible. Is that more dogs or is that more Mission Impossible?
We're gonna have some cool like secret agent sunglasses we're gonna give out. We'll just have a cool theme with that. Have fun. I think that we're doing that Friday. It's a Friday night when the new Mission Impossible movie comes out. So we kind of played off of that. But we have a lot of cool things, and we've been asking fans on social media, and we're honestly listening to whatever the fans are saying on social media, comment-wise, and implementing those ideas too, because we want this to be all about the community. So if you guys are out there and you're listening, and you want to see some cool additional theme nights or things like that we can do at the Bird Dogs, we're definitely going to do it.
Our comments are going to be flooded with Danny Beal bobbleheads.
Yeah, Danny Beal.
I don't know why we haven't thought of a Pirates theme night yet, because obviously we got to do that. So I'm going to go back to the office and make sure we get that scheduled. So we'll do a Pirates night.
I believe the Mudcats have done that in the past, where the Wood Ducks actually did it too, where they did an East Carolina logo on the side of the cap and the Wood Duck or the Mudcat or whatever, different themes like that.
Maybe we'll go extreme and we'll have all the players wear eye patches and see how the game goes.
Yeah,
I don't think Brett's gonna let me.
Almost like the Savannah Bananas. What they've been able to do.
One-eyed baseball coming to you.
Has that and we talk about what the Bird Dogs are able to do, but can you imagine what the Savannah Bananas and what all they have put into that deal and the crowds that they're getting? They run down the hill at Clemson this past week with Dabo Swinney. I mean, that's just mind-boggling what they've been able to do.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because it's great what we can do with the traditional game of baseball, but when you bring the entertainment aspect into it, there's a lot of cool things you can do as well. And my motto when the team brought me on to help out with promotions and marketing, my motto has always been, let's think outside of the box. Let's come up with those crazy ideas that you don't think you can do at a venue or at a baseball park or with a baseball team. Let's try some fun things. So we've had a lot of fun brainstorming and coming up with ideas, and I tell you what, we got a lot more planned than what we've announced so far, so stay tuned. It's going to be a fun inaugural 2025 season, and Spencer's going to be doing some great broadcasting for us, and we have some cool things lined up with that as well. But yeah, our team's we're ready to hopefully bring some pure entertainment to Kinston and the surrounding communities.
You're not going to see anybody on stilts in a Bird Dogs uniform. However, if we were to do anything, Danny Beal's first up. He's on the chopping block.
Danny Beal, he's the man. All right, let's take our final break here on the Brian Bailey Show. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up talking Bird Dog baseball for you right after this.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you.
Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Are you a new real estate agent wondering how to get your first deal fast? ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate is hiring, and we've got you covered. At ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we help new agents hit the ground running with proven training programs, high-quality leads from multiple sources, no cold calls, just real opportunities, one-on-one coaching from our experienced team, and cutting-edge marketing and tech tools. Don't start your career alone. Join the ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate team, a team that invests in you. Visit encpiraterealty.com and never worry about where your next deal is coming from. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
This is Coach Blake Harrell for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, providing reliable utility solutions to the Greenville region since 1905. Now, back to the show.
All right, talking Bird Dog baseball, let's talk about tickets now. How do folks get a chance to go see the Bird Dogs?
Absolutely. So we definitely want to encourage everyone to go to our website, downeastbirddogs.com. We've partnered with Tixer this year. It's a newer ticketing platform, really cool. But we got season ticket packages put together. We got single game tickets on sale, everything. Sunday through Thursday games are, I believe, $10, and then our Friday, Saturday tickets are $14. But we got a bunch of season ticket packages still available. We got the full season for $350. May and June, you can break it up, $200. July, August, $200. And then we also have our Friday and Saturday full season ticket package for $175. So it's a little bit less than what the Wood Ducks were doing in the previous years. But we definitely think our fans are going to continue to fill out. We got boxes still available too on the third base side. So if anyone wants to get that cool box experience, please give us a call at the front office and we'll get you guys hooked up. But get those tickets; they're going fast, especially for opening weekend. I tell you what.
There you go. All right, Danny Beal. We talked about him. Who are some of the other players to look for?
We have a bunch of exciting guys in the pitching room. We got a lot of velo. Honestly, a lot of guys who are up to 97. It's probably the tops that you're going to get, but a lot of movement on those pitches too. A guy that maybe you guys know, Cam Masterman from Louisville. He played in the ACC with Louisville from 2019 to 2022, and then the past 2 years he's been in the athletics organization all the way up to Double-A. And another guy, Joe Johnson, he's gone the indie ball route, and he went to Vanguard NAIA school and college, and then he's bat really well. And indie ball went in the Pioneer League, Grand Junction. He bat 370 in 2023 over the course of 96 games. So it's Grand Junction, Colorado, so the altitude definitely makes that ball fly, but excited to have him.
Looking forward to Spencer doing the broadcast because he's got that great set of pipes and he's young.
Exactly.
See, when you get old, you don't have all that stuff, but when you're young like that, you can just blast it out of there. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, the Down East Bird Dogs set to make their debut coming up. Opening night is May the 9th against Ottawa. That'll be a lot of fun. That's going to be an interesting summer coming up this year for the Frontier League. And best of luck to you guys, because I know it's always hard when you're doing something different, something new. So best of luck to you guys. Looking forward to seeing you coming up this summer. Thank you as well for the baseball cap. How about that? You got to like that. Little bird dog action, bird dog baseball. So we'll take that and make good use of it. Bright orange, they can see me coming for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for having us on too, Brian. It's been a blast.
It's been a blast. It's been a nice hour for the Bird Dogs. All right, I want to thank Danny Beal, pitcher for these Bird Dogs, the former East Carolina Pirate. I also want to thank Brett Wellman, a manager of the Bird Dogs. Spencer Patterson is going to be the Director of Broadcasting and Media Relations, and Chris Dumshot beside me, Director of Marketing, Promotions, Fan Experience. So you've got all the big wheels with the Bird Dogs right here on the Brian Bailey Show. That's our show for tonight. We will see you coming up next week right here on the Brian Bailey Show.
This has been The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, and also brought to you by
Bostic Sug, Bojangles, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, Greenville Auto World, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft and Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
Join us next week for another edition of The Brian Bailey